You're welcome to your eDosia tutorial. I'll be showing you how you can bring in staff who in your physical space are currently employed and you want to bring them in into eDosia or your eDosia. Now, anything that has to do with staff records or staff will be in the human resources office. Now recall I said all of these options here, especially these first 5 options or first 6 options, are offices, main offices that are physically represented in your school but now are digitally represented on your eDosia system. So I'm going to be going to the human resource office. So there are so many things you can do right here, but I'll just be showing you how you can bring in the staffs. Now if I go to the staff list, you will see on this demo account I'm using for this video there are quite a number of staffs in this school, but I want to bring in new staff. Now I can use this button here. There are 2 different ways of bringing staff. Either you want to bring them in one by one, probably you can get in someone that will sit down and be typing each of the staff one by one, or you can bring them in all at once. This method is particularly useful for probably you're in the middle of the term and probably you got a new staff and you don't want to go through the bulk upload. You just want to bring in their details into eDosia as fast as possible. You can just come here and click on new staff to bring you to this window here or to this screen here, and you enter the details. And once you're done with it, you save. As you can see, there are different details: the referee details, the employment details, the bank details, the passport, the role they will be serving, the department, what branch do we want to put them in. Recall in the last video I told you about branches. Your school can have different branches, so you, as the admin, you can decide to put them in their branches. So if you see this star here, it means that this field is required. So it means this form will not save without the email address. This form will not also save without the surname, first name. Anywhere you see star, it means that that particular field is required. So that's a way of bringing staff in individually. The second option of bringing staff in is what I like to call the bulk upload method. I can use this button to bring them in. So if I click on import staff, it brings this modal box to me. What is asking of me is to download the format, and I'll show you how the format looks like. Now it's in this format you compute, whoever is in charge of computation of staff details and all of those records will compute all of the staff details on this Excel sheet. This is how the Excel sheet looks like, by the way. So last name, first name, middle name, email, and phone number. That's all. The last name, the first name, the middle name, email, phone number. Now the middle name is not particularly compulsory because not everybody has a middle name. So the last name, which is the surname, the first name, and the email is quite necessary. So I'm going to enter an email address, just a dummy name, so I can just say John Duran. Let's say it doesn't have a middle name. Email, I can just say Duran. Now it's possible that the staff doesn't have an email address at the present moment, but it's not going to allow you to get this in without the email address. So you can just decide to put a dummy email address, and you must ensure that you go back. That particular staff should have an email address so that it will help with communications. But for now, I'll just use @nomail.com. I'm gonna expand this a bit. I'll just put a dummy phone number for now. Maybe not just one staff. Let me bring in another. I can just say Esther Doe, and I'll say Esther @nomail.com. Just put a phone number. And that's all. So once I'm done computing the names, okay, let me just put Esther Doe Sophia. So once I'm done computing the names, I just hit Ctrl Save, the normal command on the Microsoft Excel. I hit Ctrl Save. I go back to my eDosia. So it's waiting for me to import that particular file. So the same file that I downloaded is waiting for me to import them. So I'm going to choose file. So I'll look for where that file is. I'll pick its staff upload. Yeah. So it's waiting for me. Great. So it's just as I computed the names on the Excel sheet, so it just brought them in here. So I can assign their roles. I want to bring them in as teachers. What's the job status? I want to bring them in as full staff. It could be contract staff, it could be an intern, but I want to bring them in as full staff. So if I also want to remove them, I can remove, and this checkbox is to ensure that just number one goes through, but I want the two to go through. So I'm going to import staff. So please wait for a moment, and staff import is successful. If we go back to the staff list here, we should see John Duran and the second staff, and we'll see if we scroll. Yeah, John Duran and Esther Doe. Now, once you have imported the staff and with their correct email address, which is why I emphasize on the correct email address, in their email, they will receive instructions on how to set up their own portal with their login details. But as an admin, I can see that for John Duran, his ID is 77, and for Esther Doe, our ID is 78. So